Hi guys, it's MMA Expert, and today we'll be talking about Marina Rodriguez and Carla Esparza. And this is one of my favorite fights in the entire card. And the reason why it's my favorite, I see a lot of value in this fight. The bookies currently have this at minus 180 on some websites. I know some websites are doing even minus 165, and Carla is the underdog. And what surprised me about this when I saw the odds, and the odds have just been improving for Rodriguez, obviously. However, they're not, dramatically improving to the fact that there's no more value, right? I still think there's value on her. I think that if you can get her for 180, it'll be perfect. And here's why. I'll tell you my explanation and my thought process behind this fight. First, let's look at Marina Rodriguez. Marina Rodriguez is 12-0 with two draws. Her last draw came against Cynthia. Yeah, it was against Cynthia. And that fight, and if you look at it from the first and second round, Kovea was getting dominated. I mean, she was getting dominated first. In the second round, she got hurt to the body. She started, she backed up. She looked like she might have, she was about to hit the floor and go out. But, she fought through in the third round. She pulled through, she got a big takedown, a single leg takedown. And she did some good damage for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. And then, Rodriguez got up and ended the round pretty good. However, what I took away from that fight is two things. Rodriguez's clinch game is absolutely lethal. Her striking is absolutely phenomenal at that division. I don't think there's anyone at that division that is that long, that strong, and that decorated at striking. She can strike from pretty much. However, whether it's with her hands, with her kicks, or all that stuff, she's very very skilled on her feet. And Cynthia was trying to get the takedowns in the first round and second round. She didn't match. She couldn't really get the takedowns, and what Rodriguez was doing was basically conditioning her to stop her. Right. So every time Cynthia tried to go in for a single leg or double leg, and it got stuffed, Rodriguez closed the distance and punished her for doing that. Right. She said, if you're gonna do this and you're not gonna be successful, she got up and she just basically closed the distance, threw her elbows, threw her knees, and basically, made Cynthia think twice before ever doing it again, right? So in the first and second round, you can see Cynthia Coveo just. It looked like the fight was gonna end, right? It looked like she was just, out of this fight. In the third round, she did pull. She is a veteran. She is, still a very good wrestler. She is, very. I still consider her one of the best. Um, But yes, she tried, in the third round she did do better and she did manage to pull off a 10-8 and get the draw. I don't believe it was a 10-8. I think it was a 10-9. I think 2 rounds Rodriguez won and then Cynthia won the last one. However, whatever, it happened. That fight was a year ago and now it's, a year later. We'll see how Rodriguez is. But another thing to look at, two other fights that Rodriguez was in, and I think that it completely sold me on was against, if you look at Tisha Torres, who's a phenomenal fighter. I mean, they feed her up and comers to see if they can take on, UFC caliber fighters. And I think Tisha Torres is the best test. I think that if you can beat Tisha Torres, you're doing something right. You know why? Because Tisha Torres is pretty much the queen of getting decisions. She's gonna stay from the outside. She's gonna kick. She's gonna use distance, use her speed, get takedowns, and basically win the decisions. That's how she wins. I mean, she's beat pretty much everybody, but the top, you know, the champions pretty much. Joanna, she lost to Rose. She lost to pretty much the champions. She lost to Weili Zhang. She's only losing to people that are champions or contended for the championship, right? And what Rodriguez did to her is, I think, phenomenal. In the first round, Rodriguez basically taught her, hey, like, do not try those takedowns, because there was a point where Tisha Torres got a deep leg double. It would look like, yeah, it was a double leg. She went for a double leg takedown and she couldn't get it. Rodriguez used a wizard, got out of it, and immediately closed the distance and started throwing knees and started throwing elbows to basically condition Tisha Torres, hey, don't try those takedowns. If you try it and you don't get it, I'm gonna just close the distance, make you more tired, make you punish you for that attempt, And you can say she pull, Rodriguez is doing something Joanna Jacek's been doing for the longest, is punishing fighters for trying to go for takedowns and not getting those takedowns. I think that's very smart of her. I mean, a lot of people are counting her out on this fight. They're counting Rodriguez out on this fight due to her takedown defense. People assume that, well, Cynthia Cavia got her down. Carla's probably gonna get her down, and I don't see that happening, unfortunately. But let me just continue on. I think that if you look at another fight, Jessica Aguilar versus Marina Rodriguez, Marina Rodriguez, when you talk about a one-side beating, that was it. Marina Rodriguez beat the life out of Jessica Aguilar. I mean, Jessica she had an armbar that was pretty deep. A lot of girls would have tapped, but when you look at Marina Rodriguez's frame, she's got these long, long, long arms. She's probably double jointed. She's probably flexible as hell, and she survived that. She survived that. She got up and busted Jessica Aguilar. I think she broke Jessica Aguilar's nose in the first round. The second round, I thought the fight was gonna be stopped. I mean, I was like, Marina Rodriguez was closing the distance, getting the clinch, and absolutely demolishing Aguilar on her feet. In the third round, same thing. I mean, she got a point deducted in the first round, and she still, I believe, won 30-26. I mean, that should tell you something. And yeah, so I mean, when you look at Marina Rodriguez, she's not this amateur when it comes down to her takedown defense. She's very good at stopping takedowns. It's just she's fought people that are very good at getting takedowns, right? And that's what people are like not understanding. What's they're thinking that she's just an amateur and she's gonna get taken down, and I just don't see that happening. Her clinch game, I think, is her best skill on the standing up, right? I mean, when you look at, I don't see anyone in the 115 division that is that good at in the clinch game. I mean, she's probably the best female that I've ever seen to throw knees and elbows. I can't think of anyone that has a stronger clinch game at that weight division. I know Joanna is pretty, but I think I think Marina Rodriguez is on a different level of striking and the clinch and all that stuff. I think that's her best attribute, and I think she uses it a lot. She doesn't shy away from it. A lot of people, they don't know when to use it, and every fight you see her using it, and every fight it's effective. You saw it against Tisha Torres. Tisha Torres started crumbling up, like started walking away and almost like giving up. And then the Contender Series, you saw her opponent had enough and just backed away and said, "I don't want no more of this." And she's just a lethal striker on her feet, right? And then now when you look at Carla Esparza, I mean, Carla's been the same fighter for the past 7 years, 6 or 7 years. Yeah, she won the belt. I mean, you can argue it was a weak division at that point. They didn't have really too many stars, but let's not take anything from her. She was a champion. When you look at Carla, she's pretty much being the same Carla, right? She strikes, goes for the takedown, holds you down. Wins pretty much just basically getting takedowns, control time. That's her go-to. However, in the past two fights, what I've seen with her is something that I'm not, I'm shying away from even giving Carla a chance here. I think if I had to put a percentage on who would win, I think it's at 90 to 10. 10% is given to Carla. Because Carla against Michelle Waterson, she was doing something that was really strange. She was keeping like a 6 foot, 7 foot distance away from Michelle Waterson. I think she thought, well, Waterson could kick well if I keep my distance and just run in. I can get a few takedowns. And yeah, she was correct. In round two, she got a few takedowns. In round one, I think she got one and Michelle Waterson got up immediately. But that's how Carla fights. She's literally just going to try to keep her distance, try to run in, tabletop Marina Rodriguez, and hope that, her knees get under her. Because even Daniel Cormier mentioned this during the fight against Michelle Waterson. He said that what Carla is doing is very strange, and even a weak or an amateur wrestler can stop her takedowns because she's running in for the takedown, and it's not like she's closing the distance, getting a deep double leg takedown. She's literally running and hoping you trip underneath yourself or whatever the case may be. And what Marina Rodriguez does best is she knows how to counter that. If you look at some of her fights, she knows like, okay, well, you're gonna shoot in. Guess what? I'm gonna throw a knee right down the middle, and she does exactly that. When you see her fight against Marina Rodriguez versus Cynthia Coveo in the second round was getting tagged, and she drove down, took it. It was from a far distance, and Marina Rodriguez threw a knee, and it caught her right on the forehead. And that's exactly what what I see happening here is I think Carla's gonna shoot in. I think she's gonna shoot in and pretty much get tagged with knees and elbows and everything, and it's gonna get stuffed. Because I think that all it takes is Marina Rodriguez to stuff one of Carla's takedowns, and I think after that the whole fight's just gonna spiral down, and it's gonna be an absolute beatdown for Marina Rodriguez. I think Carla's just gonna hope, maybe she can get a takedown. If she can't, the fight's pretty much over. And even if she gets one takedown, she's gonna have to maintain, top control. She hasn't proved to be that type of, Colby Covington, to stay on top of you, to not get you, let you go up. She, a lot of her fighters do get up. Michelle Watterson got up, Grasso got up, and her striking, yeah, her striking is lackluster. I mean, Carlos has improved striking. It's not significant enough that you can bet that she's gonna win the fight with her striking. It's not. She's she looks for just an overhand right with a leg kick. That's just been her, and she doesn't throw volume, so you can't expect some like crazy amount of volume with significant strikes. She's just gonna stay in the outside, and if those takedowns work, they work. If they don't, she's gonna lose the fight, and I don't think it's gonna work. I mean, if you look at Michelle Watterson stopped her takedowns in the first and third round. Grasso stopped the takedowns in the third round, and Carla was pretty much gassed out, got wobbled, looked like she was gonna get dropped. Grasso, being a buffoon, you can say, didn't even finish the fight. Grasso had a chance to stop her, but she's fixing her shorts, doing this and doing that, while Carla's just staying away 6 foot, 7 foot distance, and just pretty much waiting for the fight to end so she can win 2 rounds and hopefully get the judges' scorecard. And that's just Carla's fight. I mean, she might have one good round and then might have a decent second, and the third she's just gonna diminish. And Rodriguez is not that type of fighter where you can say, okay, well, you'll win maybe round one. It's not how it works. I think she's gonna go in for the takedown. She's gonna see hey, I can't get her down. She's too tall. She's too strong. She's too long. And after that, she's gonna stick to striking. And at that point, she's just playing in the favor of Marina Rodriguez. I just, for those that are, I know a lot of people online. I've seen some stuff online where they're saying that, well, Carla could get her down. Cynthia got her down. Jessica Aguilar got her down momentarily. I mean, people don't understand that Rodriguez was fighting, top caliber. Cynthia Coveo just beat Jessica I mean, Cynthia Coveo is no joke. If she takes you down, she's gonna do something. I mean, she's very good. I mean, she's top of the division. I know she switched divisions. She went up in weight, but she's still really good. I mean, she's very good. I mean, Jessica Aguilar, for the longest, was a very greedy. She was like a bulldog type of fighter. She got annihilated, and I think Jessica Aguilar is like the better version of Carla, and she couldn't even handle her. So when you just look at this fight, I mean, it's just written all over it that there's gonna be a one side beating. Carla might shine for a minute or two with a takedown. After that takedown is done, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna? You can't just go sit on the stool and wait for 2 minutes to end, and you're gonna have to do something for 2 minutes. And I just don't think that Carla has anything, and I don't think she can handle it. I would not be surprised if the fight gets stopped. I think I see Marina Rodriguez closing the distance, throwing a few elbows, a knee in, and you're just gonna see Carla just hit the floor. She's not a Jessica Aguilar where they're willing to take the, with a broken nose, her stomach all busted up from getting kneed. She's not one of those fighters that just can accept that type of punishment and just fight through it. I just don't think that she's gonna do it. And yeah, I see this just being like a retro Joanna versus Carla. I think it's gonna be a good comparison. I mean, you could look at that fight and see pretty much what's gonna happen. Anyways, one more thing that I think is important to mention is when you look at Marina Rodriguez's Instagram, she posted something about 2 or 3 weeks ago. She's been in Abu Dhabi since July 10, I believe, and she made a statement along the lines of, "I got here early. I'm waiting for the fight to be announced. I'm training." It's interesting how she got there really early. Whereas Carla has been, at home. Carla posted a picture on Instagram July 4th. She was in the pool having fun. And a few days later, she posted like some birthday party. It looks like Carla's just enjoying her life. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think, the fighters have the hardest life they can possibly have. Why not enjoy? But, you look at one fighter that's been, in Abu Dhabi for 3 weeks now, getting accustomed to the weather, getting accustomed to the time zone changes and all this stuff. And Carla's, just chilling, enjoying life. The fight gets announced, and Carla's been, she posted a video, I believe, a week and a half ago. After the fight announced, she's been conditioning, just running outside. And I think she's taking this fight on short notice. And then I think she posted an image yesterday 2 days ago, I apologize, on Instagram saying that, I just got to Abu Dhabi. I'm ready for the fight. Can't wait. It's to me, it's, I do take it into consideration for my bet, that Carla got there much later than Rodriguez. Rodriguez has been in Abu Dhabi training, did everything. I'm sure she got her test out of the way. She got her, media out of the way. And I'm sure she's just, focused on fighting. Whereas, Carla's coming in at 100 miles per hour, dealing with a 16-hour flight to Abu Dhabi. So it's a lot to consider. And then, and the thing that I'm really sold on this is I think the bookies have this fight. They're giving this fight as a gift. I just don't see how in other way. If I was the bookie, I would have Rodriguez sitting at a comfortable minus 275 to near 300. But some sites have her at once minus 160, 165. Some have it up to 180. I still see value up to 185, even 190. I still see there's value. I I think there's about 80-90% chance that Rodriguez gets the win done, gets this fight, and yeah, that's my choice and my pick, and I think this is pretty much my confident lock. This is the fight that I think is guaranteed to deliver from what I think will happen, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like. I'm new to YouTube, and I would appreciate any comments. If I messed up on a few things, I apologize, and thank you for watching. Thank you.